Good morning. Welcome to the morning forecast discussion for October 6th, 2011. I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. And of course, we have high pressure in control throughout the entire northern Mid-Atlantic, New England, eastern Great Lakes, southeast. Basically, perfect weather conditions throughout the entire East Coast. Can't get much better than this for October. I want to point out, you see this streak right here? Very interesting, right? What this is actually polar air being driven south towards the northern Mid-Atlantic. This means that humidity is going to be very low, temperatures are going to be very pleasant in the 60s to lower 70s, and overall not one bit of rain will fall at all throughout the entire rest of the week into the weekend and into early next week. Perfect weather conditions because this high pressure here is going to be dropping south over the northern Mid-Atlantic over the next couple of days. So clearly we're setting up for basically the best weather conditions you could possibly have for the start of October. Can't get much better than this. So what can we expect with the forecast moving forward? Well, the good news is that what we have now really isn't going to change much. High pressure is going to remain in control, as you can see, and this is, by the way, from the Penn State EWOL website. An excellent source of model data. If you are interested in looking at pure model data, this is an excellent source for that. And of course, we have high pressure continuing in control through Friday into Saturday. Now, for this weekend, the ridge axis is going to sit right over the northern Mid-Atlantic, which means that winds are going to remain light, but it also means temperatures are going to moderate just a bit into the 70s, possibly touching 80 degrees a couple of days especially for Sunday. So you could see temperatures, let's say around 78 to 81, somewhere in that ballpark for this upcoming weekend. And then moving into next week, high pressure will remain in control. Now keep an eye on this low pressure system here. You can see the upper level disturbance here, and this upper level disturbance or trough here. And you can see at the surface this cold front here and low pressure system. These two features are going to try to interact. How they interact, we're not entirely certain yet. There's a lot of details that are very uncertain with this entire setup. For one, there's even a question as to whether this low is a tropical low pressure system or an extratropical low pressure system. The difference pretty much is the structure of the low pressure system. Now, I know there's a lot of hype out there about the potential for a hurricane moving up the East Coast or an East Coast hurricane threat. That some people are putting out there. I simply just don't see it. This right here tells me that at the very least we have a hybrid type of low pressure system, because the upper levels are more cold core or extratropical in nature, while the surface might be more tropical in nature. So it looks more like a hybrid type of low pressure system to me, and we'll have to see how this feature interacts with this feature. The GFS right now keeps the two features separate, so the storm isn't all that impressive for next week, just a few scattered showers, especially along the coast for Wednesday and Thursday. However, if these two features interact in phase, like we've been seeing in a couple of models over the past couple of days, then we end up with a far more significant rain event for the northern Mid-Atlantic for next Wednesday, Thursday, and even Friday. So I have to keep an eye on to see how these disturbances interact. Again, it's important not to get too ahead of yourself just yet. Just know that the next threat for rain is Wednesday. Not bad, right? That's your morning forecast discussion for October 6th, 2011. I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino, and as always, you can follow NYNJPA Weather on Twitter, Facebook, and at NYNJPAweather.com.